What's up, everyone? I got a fun one for y'all today. Thank you, Charles. Shout out to you, Charles. This is your suggestion here right now. And I gotta say thank you for your continuous support of the channel. Much appreciated. We are with the warning live from the Honda stage performing Escapism. Now, I've been to Honda Stadium. Yes, and it's actually it's a very nice stadium. I'm not gonna lie. And so this, to me, it's a familiar place, and that's exciting. Okay, this is exciting. I have not seen a live warning. I don't think we've reacted to that in a minute of anything live. But you guys know I'm up for anything, and just to see them live, it's always electric to see like the crowd get so into it. So I expect nothing less than perfection coming here. And without any further ado, let's get it going. Wait a minute now. Wait a minute. Did you guys hear that note? No, I'm just kidding. Cannot sing. Please don't judge me. I was kidding. How is this live? This sounds like it's recorded right out of their album. Like I'm listening to the CD. That's how you know it's so good. I got goosebumps already. It literally sounds not live. If they didn't write live, you told me that this was live, I couldn't even tell you the difference. And I love nothing more is when I hear something live and it sounds exactly how it is in the studio, because that means you got the vocal chops to back up your talent. You know, no auto-tune, no nothing going on here. Like, how is this live? To feel something is hell. Y'all already know that these lyrics are going to be crazy, and we're going to analyze these at the end. Okay. All right. Safe inside of my own illusions. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna try not to pause more. I need to get these lyrics in before I forget them. Safe inside my own illusions. We are safe in the things that we make up in our own world that we daydream and stuff. We are safe because we concoct things in our brain as a coping mechanism. Like escapism. It just kind of hit me like escapism. We are safe in the world that we create in our minds because it's manufacturing a sort of like utopian society, and we conjure that in our heads to feel safe. Oh my God, the escapism is just hitting me. Oh my God. Okay, I'm done. That kills you. So I close my eyes till it all fades, and so I close my eyes then it all fades. Yeah, I'm still aching, breaking, trying again, but I'll just close my eyes till it all fades. Damn, vocally, everyone's on point today. Woo, I got chills. Again, how is this live? The vocal chops going on right now, deep, like you could feel the power behind their voices, and everyone's on point. I gotta say, I never noticed the bass in almost like every song I listen to. To me, the bass is important in songs because it keeps right the same. You have to have the bass. It just adds, like, without bass you can tell it's not there. But also for me with bass, I can't tell enough when it's there because it's never like the forefront. But with the warning, they are able to shine light on how important the bass is and create this avenue where it's like, damn, I hear the bass and that's a sick beat. They are able to like amplify what so many people overlook, and much respect. Like that to me is how I feel. Oh my goodness, the music and the vocals right now. This okay. Did I go back? It's okay if I did. I'm just gonna go back again, listen to it. So. I love this ending right here. Jesus. No, don't. No, we're not done yet. Get back here. What the hell? What the hell? That has to have been. Okay, can we talk about that breakdown? That was a really good breakdown. I could have listened to that in itself all freaking day. That breakdown, that was probably the heaviest I've heard them sound. And y'all know, I repeated 1,000 times. I listen to like black metal. Okay, it's not just heavy metal. I listen to like black metal, death metal, like really intense stuff. So for me to hear that heavier sound, but still keep it in like the rock form, was really pleasant to my ears. I'm not gonna lie. Holy moly, breakdown was epic, and I love how they ended it. And it was like when the drums stopped and it almost sounded like eerie. I love the way that it was ending, and I was like, oh wow, that's sad, it's gonna end. And then no, they picked it up again with like another nasty breakdown. That was amazing. That was my favorite part. The music, musically, that was my favorite I think I've heard of them, and they sound flawless live. Like they have perfected their sound. And that breakdown, I'm telling you, musically, that was like my favorite. That was my favorite one for sure. For sure. Vocals were intense, and I really liked the way that they wrapped up the song. They are able to reel you in with that beat, sing flawlessly. We'll get into the lyrics, set up the story, And I mean, sort of, they create concepts. It's not just story, it's like a concept, and and they allow you, the listener, to explore that space. I love that they kind of leave it vague, but also specific at the same time, where it's like this avenue they create, but you get to explore in that realm. Whatever it is that you feel when you hear their music, it's like there's no right or wrong with the Warnings lyrics. They give you that space to really break it down and to articulate what it is that they're trying to convey, because it's not really a specific message, it's like concepts. And I love, love, love that. It gets you to engage with the music. It allows you to be part of it, like breaking the fourth wall musically. You know what I mean? So that is just epic. The vocals, again, goosebump. Crystal clear, the way they're able to enunciate and keep their lyrics just crystal clear. And the break, I can't stop talking about the music. The music was just out of this world. I have to listen to this over and over again. You guys don't understand. You guys don't understand. Honestly, that was a top one for me, hands down, easily. Again, the music being heavier is just being biased, reeled me in. But just like the sheer talent, and of course, like the way they bounce off like each other. Like, again, I've mentioned this before in one of my live streams. They're like Cerberus, the three-headed dog. You can't have Cerberus without the three-headed dog. Otherwise it's not Cerberus. You know what I mean? Greek mythology here. It's about you need the three of them together. They all play such a key role into their sound and into every component that creates their art. You need the three of them, and it shows time and time again just how well they work together, and it exudes off them when they're on stage. And again, to have that be live is intense and crazy. That was a really, really fun one for me. I have to listen to this over and over again, but let's get into the lyrics. So, like, I lied and I did just listen to it twice again because I just had to hear it, guys, before I came. I'm sorry. I couldn't help myself. I had to hear it twice. And I messed up on the lyric when I went back and heard it twice. It's definitely not the lyric I said about feeling something is hell. Yeah, that was wrong. So I apologize. I was just too excited. You know what it is. I want to talk about the escapism in itself, because this, once again, I relate to their lyrics time and time again. That's what gets me excited to lyrically just dissect all their lyrics, because it's just something I live in. If you guys really understand like escapism, like the world we create in our head to escape really is not a place you want to be, because it creates this idea, the notion, something that you can achieve. It's this constant like getaway, knowing that to achieve it won't happen. So you're like living in despair. It's just basically a big trap. Like, I'm always daydreaming. My mind is always elsewhere. And it's a part that creates this like suffering, because you know that you can't achieve it and you constantly mentally just escaping and running away from everything. It kind of makes it harder to face the reality you're in and come to terms with it. It's a very stuck place to be in. So I really thought the concept of that being kind of the overall theme of all of it, kind of like when they said like I will dive into my own delusions and safe inside my own illusion. Like, you will, it's a delusion. It is a delusion. You will dive into it. I will create something in my mind and manufacture it, and knowing damn well it's not real. But I just love the idea of being able to escape. It's just like where my mind goes. And I think, part of that probably is because, well, it could be for a multitude of reasons. I'm just saying that, and it comes hard to kind of come back down to reality when you've sort of imported this idea of a whole new life that you're living in your head. You know what I mean? So the whole chorus saying, I close my eyes till it fades, so I close my eyes then it all fades. It's definitely so relatable. Like, when you daydream and you mentally get yourself there, you just want to close your eyes until you forget about it, right? Close your eyes until that dream fades away. And that's on one end. Or you can close your eyes and dream up about it until what you're feeling now fades away. So again, it could be two different meanings but the sort of the same thing we're getting at, right? So very, very impressive. I love it. You know, stepping into the void, even if it amounts to nothing. Like, we gain nothing from this other than like heartache and despair of just this constant state of daydreaming, but we do it anyway, knowing the consequence of it. And so silence is to avoid. I really love that line because it's true. When you don't speak, your silence is to avoid. And you just, when they said reaching out to hold on to something, like just this fragment of some sort of wanting it to be true, just holding on to hope, maybe just this idea, we hold on to this hope that this could be real, just this, you keep dreaming, and it's just hope is what drives us. So even though we know it probably won't, it's the driving force. You just reach out to hold on to something. Worthless means of communicating, words that only destroy, you know, those are kind of self-explanatory. Let me leave me feeling and fearing, I think, was one of the other things. Leave me feeling and fearing. Just let us live. I know it's bad, but just let us be and have this sort of daydream, a place that we can go to escape. Because at the end of the day, I feel like everyone does kind of create something where we are trying to escape. And I loved how they ended it with like, I can't help but feel, and I can't tell what's real. And that kind of shows the danger side of it. You know, I can't help but feel. When you daydream, you can't help but feel what it is you're feeling when you're going to that place, but you also now can't tell what's real. If you dream up too much and escape too much, again, it kind of blurs the line between reality and something like artificial, right? Something that you can't achieve. It's not artificial. It's just something like, well, I wouldn't say unreal, but it's real to you and how you feel, but you know, kind of unreal. So I love that, and how she said it's the hope that kills you, because that's kind of what I was talking about earlier. 100%. It's this constant loop of not being able to now see the lines of reality versus your daydream, and you're in the place you escape to, but you want to feel something, but it's also that feeling that is going to kill you. It just shows you the double-edged sword. Like, there's nothing wrong with escaping, but don't get too lost in that world, because it just shows the dangers of living in la la land. All right. So I love, love, love. These are the kind of concepts that I feel like not a lot of people talk about. And I feel like, again, are relatable. Like, who doesn't daydream? Who doesn't have these sort of ideas that we just sit there and doze off and mentally put ourselves elsewhere than where we are right now? So the silence line, you know, even if it amounts to nothing, we still do it. And you wish you could enjoy it. I think that was another line they said, I wish I could enjoy it, but you know what's up. You got to come back to reality at some point. So it really, from like a psychological standpoint, it's just very, very profound, like just, and philosophical as well. So it's just something that should be explored, and I think their lyrics should be put into like universities to be studied. Like, for me personally, as someone who did get my master's in this type of thing, would have loved to dissect the Warnings lyrics back then. I could have made a whole like freaking essay, academic paper on this, and I would have loved to do it. What did you guys think of this one? I feel like I've been rambling for quite some time now. I didn't mean to do that, but you know, with the Warning, I really got to break it down the way that I feel it. I just got to say thank you to the Warning. This was amazing. I still can't believe it was live. Guys, don't forget to hit that and what am I even saying? All right, I'm going to just dream up a world where I didn't just mess up that bad. So I'm just going to say, if you haven't already, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like if you haven't already. Man, I'm about to go daydream now. Sorry, guys. I'll see you here on the next one.